So with that, blessings to you, my energetic beings, and welcome back to the Musing Moon Meditation, the strawberry full moon illuminating the house of adventure, beliefs, traveling, exploring as a planet of adventure. Jupiter arriving June 3rd, 2023 at the 13th degree, the topsy-turvet, 11:41 p.m. Eastern, 10:41 p.m. Central, 9:41 p.m. Mountain, 8:41 p.m. Pacific, but go ahead and check your time zone when she apexes for you. So what does my mind believe and what does my heart have to say about it? The longing for the belonging, the adventure, hope, optimism, courageous new conquests. Are you following your goals, your dreams? We also have the planet Mars in the equation, the energy of drive, ambition, action, initiation, who I am in the starry, starry night, clashing with the planet of rules, discipline, scolding, coldness. But Jupiter is illuminating this energy, creating kind of an air of an appearance, if you will, taking a breath and a bow.
Inshallah and Ashe. In case my computer gets a little crazy, I hear it making noises, but divine wills, blessings to you. We hit the magic gate beyond the 444 for May, busting at the seams, onto the 555 for June. Now, when we get into the season of Sun, Leo season, it's going to get a little bit tricky, but it's all about the angel numbers, gratitude, and blessings. I see you have been referring your friends and guests. Did you know that when we hit the 777, that is spirit of the self, the inner spirit, the wills, the spirit of the guard, the guardian of your galaxy, and the spirit of your higher self. It then becomes the divine self in alignment, resonating with Creator, the oneness. And this is one of the reasons why numbers are so very powerful. The Powerball, the lottery in consciousness, the matrix. So go ahead, share the excitement with your friends, illuminating the cosmic highway. We do have another week of the impassioned snake, the charming snake, to get our charm on or to charm others. It's like, who is charming whom? The momentum is on. The domino effect is definitely created or been being created. The key ingredient really is other energetic, like-minded beings in the virtual universe, I guess. Either way, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me. Go ahead and do so. Hit that white rabbit. It truly is the only way to make sure that this algorithm is going to escalate and give you the nutritional quotient that your heart and soul deserves, cleansing the mental field of how we think about ourselves or what we think about, thoughts percolating about who we are. Our thoughts, our solar plexus, mental clarity, self-confidence, brewing the brew, our entire way of thinking about who we are has the choreography to transform, to think about ourselves differently. It's like, wow, the factor. Are you still in the divine love, the full pour of the messages from yesterday? I sure am. I'm actually off to buy a lotto ticket today, just saying. The affirmations are in. We have the Wheel of Fortune today, and yesterday we do get the Fool. But being all fired up, the trend of committing to those lotto numbers, numerology, the God Codex, the oneness, and just really committing to taking the world by storm, or at least getting out upon the stage of our own galactic life, being self-leading in our affirmations, our attitude, even our appearance, feeling actually pretty great, thinking that you look good and acting upon knowing that you do look fantastic. Showing off your goods, your percolating mind. You may even do a little wordsmithing, becoming a wordsmith. Words come out of nowhere. Maybe they pop in, pop out, and people respond differently, confidently. Self-esteem is oozing out of us. So if you feel a little bit radical, a little different, hold that optimistic venue. Even if somebody is a bit tempered, hitting a temperature, if you will, respond differently. Changes the course of the action. So what we say to ourselves, that inside dialogue, also shifts the outer will of those around us in the transformation. So the subtle energetic field, the prime directive, is our gift and purpose. So are you going to join me in the Rising of the Origins? It's free 5-day immersion. It starts June 1st, this upcoming Thursday, 3 p.m. Mountain Time, but go ahead and check your timeline when I go live in your village using Zoom, okay? So with that, my name is Tonya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. And of course, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so we can hit those magical numbers. YouTube, the white rabbit, that's what I go with. Tonya D, or even my Musing with Tonya D podcast. The season of the witches has been super galactic fun as well. But we are in the season of Gemini, the solar plexus. But we do have the Shamans portal along with our root center, But again, before I go any further, let's give another shout out to the village growing. The tribe is excelling. Can you feel it? Gratitude and blessings to you and for you. Receivership, reciprocity. New people entering the village, subscribers. I just truly like to give a validation and a voice of acknowledgement. Sharing the wins, new friends and guests. Welcome to the show. I am imagining literally these angel numbers of subscribers for my channel. Gemini season, the 555, that's all about being curious and staying there, hitting the goal story, the spirit to spirit to spirit, being like an inspirited intention, really creating a village of musers, angel numbers. I hope you're in. It appears to be so. Share with your friends, like-minded groups and whatnot. It really does take a tribe, a village beyond like-mindedness to really choreograph the stage, to really change the world, change the way the world sees each of us and the way we shine out. But let's give a shout out to those that have been a part of my journey since the beginning. What a wild ride. Thank you. Ashe, of course, blessings for you. And those that do tune in on the replay on your own timeline, guardian of your galaxy, wherever you are on the earth plane. I always have an issue with time, just saying. And a comment if you do feel like you do need a message for your day to really get you on your way. Sharing is absolutely 100% another way of paying it forward. We're all collectively in this together. You could also find me on TikTok, YouTube Shorts. And again, thanks for sharing my reels, saving them. I'm glad they're inspiring you. Being optimistic, that truly is my venue. Remember, I am your otherworldly shamanic reflecting assistant. You truly are absolutely 100% your own healer, but sometimes we have energetic hiccups and we need another life coach assistant, myself included, to get us out of our own magical way. Learning and growing, right? The daily snippet, what is this all about? I like to bring in the cosmic highway, the planets doing their cosmic dance in their elemental realm, along with the elementals of the physical. I do by design follow the lunar energies of the moon through the gates, the seasons. But for the season of Gemini, we do have the solar plexus by design online. It really is about mental clarity, administration, data entry, thoughts percolating, our will center. It's like pushing us to get out there, but being mindful of our inner world, the voice inside of us, our self-esteem, being optimistic. You're truly going to love this Musing Moon meditation, by the way. It is about yellow. It is the golden sun. So take my Change Your Stars quiz, find out your intuitive gift order or psychic ability. I always see Gemini as really curiosity and questioning everything, but it's like the childlike wonder. The solar plexus actually activates at about 2.5 to 4.5 years old. And if you watch little kids and what they're doing within their dancing, you can kind of get a feel of your solar plexus and maybe what was happening for you between those ages. But it's also the third house in astrology, traveling the neighborhood, how we communicate, siblings. You might have sibling rivalry. Your third house, the ruler of Mercury, and your third house, whatever's happening there. But the 4 pillars of destiny, the elements of the day. This is another choreography. I feel like it's our foundation in a way. It's the origin sometimes. The pathways, the meridians, and the fields. And a reflector, I'm always asking myself, am I in the right place with the right people? Is this the right time in the right place with these people? What's the situations, What am I seeing, sensing, feeling that nobody else can see, sense, or feel? And what's the movement, the momentum that I'm creating? What's the solution I'm creating within the movement or the momentum? So if you are curious how you too can utilize the elementals off grid or on this grid, truly join me in the Rising of the Origins to really inspire another worldly perspective that you may not have seen, sensed, or felt. But the key, honestly, is trusting our intuition, our guardians of our galaxy. But go ahead and take my quiz, Change Your Stars, if you are curious about your intuitive gifts and your purpose. Some of them may just be a little off grid, a little otherworldly, just saying. The out-of-body energetic centers really light up a different stage. So with the solar plexus online for the season of Gemini, the Shamans portal today as well, and our root center, we do have the library in the sky, the Akashic records, joining our solar plexus, our admin channel, and our root center, grounding our manifestations, words, affirmations, or even healing our ancestral timeline even. We've got options, right? But we're tidying up or just kind of finishing up the debut of the Dark Ages. Pluto off on holiday, revisiting the will of Capricorn. So this is the energy of installing a thought, an action initiated that's really percolating those thoughts. It might even come from your Akashic records, driving us to really get out there and dance, sing, speak, be creative, use your voice, change the way you yourself, like that inner dialogue. What are the words that are streaming in for you? It's the get her done kind of energy. The ball is rolling, those dominoes. Get on the treadmill, listen to some subliminal messages so our mind doesn't go off on a temper tantrum. The mind needs boundaries. Sometimes we get lost in thoughts, or possibly we're installing a new drive, a new love language that you speak to yourself that's really elevating and escalating, raising your own frequency, the bar of love. One way of thinking kind of dissipates as a new way of thinking emerges. It's birthing anew, transforming the true you, the unconditioned you that comes from the womb. Again, it's the pre-arrival self up to 6 months. That's the root center. Words that were said while you were in the womb. And what's fascinating to me, and endearing, I should say, in the Dagara, they actually sing songs to the baby being in the womb, welcoming it, already calling it its name, whatever that is. Something actually we should do in the West, or really wherever we are in the world, is sing of the joy, the love, the excitement for their arrival, like just getting into the excitement. It's the cutting of one processor or a way of thinking about ourselves and emerging like a butterfly, a new way of thinking about ourselves. But imagine doing that to a child in the womb, gift and purpose. You're already singing them into life, into being. And they're in a watery field, right? And what does water do? Speak into your water and your whole world will change. So with that, just a few announcements. Of course, the strawberry full moon is on the highway. Feeling and believing, the starry, starry night, the soul's harmonic, opens up our third eye to a new eccentric, possibly otherworldly way of seeing things, a new panoramic view, a perspective that really inspires the heart like a rocket field. Super excited about that. And then I do have the rising of the origins. Hang on, you know how crafty I'm getting on this talented Tuesday. There we go. The Rising of the Origins, my free 5-day immersion. These are not back-to-back days. They're kind of every other kind of spaced out. It does begin this Thursday, June 1st. So excited. 3 p.m. Mountain Time. Are you in? Can't wait to see you there. It's about setting the stage, our foundation, our gift, and our purpose. The elemental highway, combining the elementals with the subtle energies, discovering and possibly initiating or activating your gift and purpose. We all have a gift and a purpose and a talent. So super excited about that. I do it twice a year, so don't miss out. I do have a portal there, goodies in the portal, whatnot. I'm all about options. And we still have Avram. This is great. Why men are so scared of women. I truly hope you listen to this. It was actually quite fascinating, you know, opening your eyes to a different perspective. Yeah, it was really enlightening, I should say. But he's this week's audio room artist. So be sure to tune in. And the Season of the Witches, super excited about that. Musing with Tonya D podcast. Find that on my website, tonyad.tv/podcast. Be sure to comment below or in the show notes who your favorite audio room artist is so I can have them back on for round 2. You could also find it Apple, Spotify, Amazon, all the places basically. I'm out there all over the place. Sundays, I still do a mystery guest, super fun. I kind of been percolating it up a little different. Seems like people are kind of shy, which is great. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But the mystery guest artist, it's the 4 pillars chart and the Rising of the Origins. It's a private community I hold on Facebook at the moment. I'm kind of elevating, possibly moving that off there, but your elemental foundation, calling in an elemental, finding out your useful element to really choreograph and get in your gift and purpose in your life spin, I should say, and the positivity. The Soliciting Solitude is also on the highway for divine savings, but that's going to end tomorrow at midnight. It's kind of at buy one, get one free right now. It's a divine feminine offer for Mother's Day that I've kept going. But I also do cowrie shell divinations, and I know you're curious. We all have a curious heart and a curious soul, I'm telling you. But cowrie shell divinations are just another way that I divine. I actually communicate with the shells, possibly channeling. It's quite an adventure. I also do other one-on-one soul support sessions, but I prefer the shells as a medium, if you will, to kind of connect with. I always am giving prescriptions and offerings, things for you to do to really connect you with your gift and purpose and the realm of spirit. I do a variety of prescriptions, the medicine wheel doctor that I am. And if you are feeling the nudge for a session, you know, that's actually, I recommend those first. And especially, I do a free comfort session for 15 minutes if you're curious and want to just have a little meet and greet. I do also have online offerings like all of us muses out there. This is actually the Energy Body Demystified. Fantastic. I've had it on the online venue for a while, but it's about expanding your knowledge into energy medicine, healing, connecting with these centers, the Energy Body Demystified. It really is a beginner's journey to really heal yourself and then dive into what I coined change your stars. That came from the Knight's Tale when the dad tells him he can change his stars. We all can change our stars. And from there, we go into the other world, which I love those as well. Honestly, I love them all. I could listen to myself. I'm great at that. But secrets of the other world and covering them and voices of the other world, because I'm going to take you on a magical, mystical journey. However, I do find that we need a foundation. There's so much happening out there for us, but a foundation is needed into the subtle energetic fields. That's why I coined the Energy Body Demystified. And Mongolia, the price is also going up. Midnight on the 31st, if your soul's nudging you to go on an indigenous spiritual adventure. Space is limited and the price again is going up, so be sure to join in for that. And then on the elemental highway, we do have, look at this, a young earth day, the stability of a mountain, nurturing, reliable, earthly, practical, but it's a rat. It sticks to the foundation, the building blocks, ideas, principles, loyalty, and even people. So it's like loyal people. But our day is rooted in the snake, hidden. So we do have an ally, an unseen ally. And the rat is the peak of yin water, which is wealth for a young earth day. Earth kind of directs water, which we're giving our wealth direction. Wealth we are in the flow with. It's water. It flows like water. Fire is our mentors, parents, bosses, etc. Stuff like that. Leaders in a weird way, but not really. Yin fire is health. It's the health of fire. It's the health of spirit. Where the snake is a little bit raging of fire, overly charming us possibly. Might even, overly charming us, subduing us in a way, woo, getting a little woo-woo there. A resource that may be a little bit controlling. That's what fire is to earth, is a resource. So with that resource, like what's the resource they're offering? It's like the work you do isn't in alignment with your heart, the physical to the spirit realm. That's kind of what fire is. It's spirit, but it's actually an elemental in the physical, and it's also spirit, ancestors, source, etc. So it's kind of percolating. We've been doing this all month long. I'm sure you can feel it. But the yang metal is an asset. Using our voice, discerning. It's in storage. It's going to be released at the hour of the pig. So we do have wealth coming from our ancestors. Fire reflects on the waters. Water will reflect the control that the snake, something unseen, has showing us or been showing us, who's possibly out of integrity, alignment. And then the rabbit's going to offer us ideas, creativity, to be a leader, an innovating leader, possibly something eccentric, expanding, growth, optimistic, somebody who's practical, stable, for the people, somebody who's for the people, humanity. Metal is discipline, the discipline that we need, the structure to bring our purpose out from the shadows from in storage. So I'm thinking like metal, air, meditation, more earth would be great. Possibly going hiking, going to the mountain, speaking your truth, invocating to spirit your truth, your authenticity. So with that, how was your 10 of Pentacles for you yesterday? Were you loving your ideas, your new attitude, trusting that the manifestation is really on its way? Spirit to matter. See the vision, the imaginal of how this is going to just coming, like the imagination is showing you, visioning it. But today, I'm just going to do a short snippet. If you want a long one, you can tune into yesterday. I got a little wild. I didn't think I was going live today, but just today. I won't be back till Friday possibly. But, wrong character, Paul. Sorry about that. The Wheel of Fortune. I love this card. Isn't it just magnetic and beautiful? But it's another 10, the Wheel of Fortune. You cannot make the shift up. I am going to the Universal Lottery, the Galactic Lottery, my soul credit and capital. The 10 is coming from the Universal Streams. We are hitting the lottery this week. I'm not even kidding with all these messages. So just really be aware. Be very optimistic. Flick the negativity away. You're going to be a warrior with words. Positive words, optimistic, action words, loving words. So respond in kindness, love, and joy. Weaving threads of fate, the intertwined inner netting of fate. a twist of fate, movement, transformation. This is like place everything upon the cosmic altar by divine design and really feeling the energy of the lottery, the winnings, the cycle of life, how we move through the seasons with that flavor, that ingredient, the spices. The doors are opening, unlimited, endless possibilities. And where is Jupiter? In Taurus. You cannot make this stuff up. I'm not even kidding. So I would be asking for a raise, that bonus, improving your destiny, opening new chapters, doors, evolving those doors into something new. Law of attracting what your heart believes to be true for you, holding the tone, the frequency, the planet of opportunity, growth, success, and expansion. Really expecting the unexpected with this new moon happening. If things do fall apart, Humpty Dumpty gets put back together again, and everything we touch is going to turn to gold, the lattice to gold, or weave itself into gold. So life really is flourishing. Like you pat yourself on the back and say, oh my God, look what I did. I hit my goal. I mean, I did. What an unexpected surprise. So thank Heavenly Universe and all of you especially for all of that. Luck is on the outside this week. So holding the tone for positivity, be mindful of your words, the words you use about who you are, what you say to yourself. The transformation is seriously happening and really moving towards a new attitude, a new energy of self-confidence, excelling your self-esteem. All we have to do is initiate the action, add the verb to the words we use in our self-talk. I am fantastic. Not I initiate being fantastic, acting upon that, being fantastic. So we're in a space giving time to our greatest asset, which is ourselves, by the way, having a self-to-self conversation or spirit-to-spirit, holy communion and opening up to spirit, balancing the voice, the conversation on those threads, and just being aware of what you feel your heart wishes to express before you go out and express it. Hold the tone of love a lot higher. I would affirm that I am in sacred mind space, speaking a new artful language, possibly even channeling one. Just saying, channeling. Are you joining me in the rising of the origins? I'm kind of channeling that sacred space, playing in the elemental field, super juicy with the subtle. So with that, I will see you there, or at least the very least on the other side. So again, Ashe and blessings. Thanks for assisting me to hit my intention, my goal. Now we're popping it up a notch, spirit to spirit to spirit. But I will see you on the other side. Ashe, blessings.
Actually, I have a quote here from a woman who was in a workshop I did about men's fears of women that will explain it very well to you. She said, I understand that my husband has not been ignoring, dismissing, or hurting me out of a lack of respect, as I suspected, but that he's scared. He's scared to hurt me, scared to mess up with me, scared to not be enough. I had honestly never imagined that he was scared and that I was so profoundly important to him that he was constantly terrified I would leave him. So that woman has had as big a change of view and perspective as her partner, if not more so. And so one of the things that some couples have told me they're doing, which I really like, is they're reading the book together. They read a chapter at a time, and after each chapter, they don't go ahead until they've had a chance to talk.